something is flying toward us, some kind of artificial ship, maybe a man-made artifact. It's passing all the planets one by one, and it seems to be looking at them very strangely. So I wanted to talk about that specifically. First of all, why did all this talk start? What were the signs that told us there was something unusual about it?
The story began even before this 3 atlas.
I see.
In 2017, for the first time, astronomers noticed an object from outside our solar system. That was really cool, of course. I never thought that in my astronomical career we would find something like that. But we did. In 2017, a robotic telescope spotted it. It's located in Hawaii. So they decided, first of all, it's a new type of object, an interstellar one, coming to us. The movie has nothing to do with it. There it is, an interstellar object coming to us from far away. We gave it the designation One Eye, the first interstellar, and then usually after the slash comes the name of the discoverer. And who discovered it? A robotic telescope. Well, it felt a bit wrong to just call it robot. They remembered where the telescope is in Hawaii, and in Hawaii, astronomers have a very complex relationship with the locals. There's a unique mountain there, Mauna Kea, very good and high. We build observatories there. But the local population tries to exploit this situation. They call it some kind of sacred peak, saying you can't work there or touch anything. No, but if we pay, then everything is fine. So, and we decided to make them happy. Let's name this object in their language. And we named it Oumuamua, our chosen name.
That's very beautiful.
Oumuamua is beautiful, and most importantly, the translation is very fitting. The first messenger from afar. Good. And this first messenger was indeed mysterious. It really puzzled everyone because it looked like a rock, an asteroid, but it had 2 amazing properties. A cigar-like shape, which we haven't seen in any of our 1.5 million objects. Our asteroids are just irregular rocks, but this one looks just like a spaceship for one. That was already interesting. Second, as it flew past the sun, it was as if it turned on a jet engine, but we didn't actually see it turn on. Something should have been coming out of the engine, but its flight path changed slightly. That was the second thing. That really confused a lot of people.
And how did it change? It should have gotten faster.
Well, faster, yes. Moving away from the sun, of course, due to the sun's gravity, it should have slowed down a bit. We knew what our calculations showed, but it didn't slow down as much as if it were pushing itself forward. These 2 facts.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, yes, only there was no vroom, no exhaust gases. Maybe it had a good filter, I don't know. A very modern ship. And an American astrophysicist named Avi Loeb paid the most attention to this. He's actually a good astrophysicist. He works at Harvard, well, a normal astrophysicist, but this bothered him so much that he started talking to journalists often, saying, no, there are so many signs of artificiality here that it can't be a natural physical object. And even then, everyone started listening to Avi Loeb to see what he would say next time. The next time happened in 2019. A second one arrived, a 2-eye object. They gave it a proper name after its discoverer. And the first discoverer, I can say with pride, was a colleague of ours from Moscow University, from our astronomical institute. Comet, well, we called it Comet Borisov. Gina Borisov discovered it because it had all the characteristics of a comet. Well, a bit different from ours, but a piece of ice, just ice that warmed up from the sun's heat and grew a tail. And now on July 1st, 2025, a third one has arrived. Avi Loeb is on the scene now saying, oh, well, this one is definitely a spaceship. And he starts listing. First it's flying, so it passes all the planets. Not past them, but in the plane of motion. All the planets, they're like on the surface of this table, running around because that's how they were born. And this straight thing is also in this plane. In principle, it could, and it didn't just could. It passed not very far from Mars and past Jupiter.
They even took some photos there, right?
Well, nobody launched any telescopes there. There are satellites working there. They have small lenses like our cameras do, but they turned them around and took photos. They didn't find anything new, and it will pass Earth very awkwardly. It will be flying, first of all, far away, and second, between Earth and this object, there will be the sun. Look, it already flew past the sun there, and basically we didn't see much of it. So studying it, of course, won't really work out, but Avi Loeb is hyping this up. The yellow press picked it up. How about that? How about that? Here come the aliens. What if it turns unexpectedly? Well, why not? If it's a rocket, it will turn, of course. In short, this story is more journalistic than scientific, but